Hello, hello. We are reading chapter 191. Not for a couple decades. 967 of One Piece. I don't know what the title is. We have a color spread here that I do not understand in the slightest. These look like they're real people. I think these are like comedians or actors or something that I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We are in the midst of some of the most ridiculously hyped chapters in One Piece history. I'm not kidding. That's not an exaggeration. This one is called Roger's Adventure. Roger's Adventure. Guys, think about all the chapters that are called Blank's Adventure or Adventure in the Land of whatever. The word adventure in the chapter title is pretty rare. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There's tons. It's the opposite of rare. Oda uses it pretty frequently, at least once an arc, and then often for a character that's getting a lot of focus, they'll have a chapter called Their Adventure. It's kind of like a standard, almost like a rite of passage for a setting or for a character in the series. This is Roger's Adventure. Roger's Adventure. You kidding me? All right. So they managed to descend back to the sea below, proceeded to a city of shipbuilders. Now this is odd, because we know Tom builds the Oro Jackson from the legendary Atom Wood. We know this because Frankie told us. And we know that he does this in Water 7, which is where they're going right now. But don't they already have the Oro Jackson? Isn't this the ship? What's with the big egg on this ship? So I guess this isn't the ship. They're gonna get a new ship. What are they gonna do about the big egg? Anyways, oh man, something about the big egg. It's just so mysterious because there's so much mystery around Roger's crew. Even now that we're spending so much time with him, now that we're seeing his adventure in the chapter title, there's still so much we don't know about what he's been up to until now, or what his powers are like, or what's so crazy about Raftel, or what Lodestone Island is like, or what all of these things he's experienced are just totally mysterious to us. And just this feeling of like the assumption, like they have this big egg on their ship and we don't know why, but obviously they know why, and that it must have something to do with something. Or not. It could just be like a troll from Roger. Like he seems like the type. Anyways, if they're gonna talk about the ship, if they're gonna get the new ship, hopefully we'll figure out what's up with this egg. Meanwhile, is the North Pole and the South Pole, Buggy and Shanks fighting about this. This is all the way back from Buggy's flashback and the Buggy arc in like the first dozen or so chapters of the series. He remembers when Shanks and him are fighting, having this argument, and Raleigh bops him like that. Ah, stones are in your countries too. Red ones, though. Kind I need most. Why didn't you say something? Got one? Okay, so he's only got one road poneglyph sheet that he stole from Linman. Got a hunch about where another one is. Way to go, Captain. Kind of my grasp. Where's this guiding me? We're going to gather all four of them. So how, okay, first off, how does he even know that this will work? Like, where did he learn that collecting the road poneglyphs will take you to Raftel? No. So the ones that Luffy has, the Straw Hats have, they have the one from Linlan. They have the one that was on Zoe, which might be the one that the Wano. Yeah, so there's the one on Zoe that the dog and cat know about, and then I guess there's one on Wano that's probably in the possession of Kaido right now. And then there's just one mysterious one, right? There's one that we don't know anything about, and that must be the one that Roger has a hunch about where another one is. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if we're gonna see. Like I don't know. This flashback could just like end suddenly. Like it feels like we're just grasping for any any additional panel of detail and interest. I love this like a little flashback picture of what Big Mom was like at the time too. She uh she did not age so gracefully. There's Tom. Oh, it's Tom. So he'd already built the ship. So this is the ship. Well, look at the big egg on it. It must be. How are they going to put that egg on another ship? It's there. It's already there. They got the egg. That means they can go to Raftel. I don't know. um, Yay, I love Tom. The Don. Do it with a Don. The man who built Roger's ship. Thank you. Information bubble for the reminder. Asking about the train. The puffing Tom. Still a ways out. Oh, it's just so lovely to see the interwoven nature of the series like this. All this time and you people haven't piped down a bit. Oh, and I just love Shanks and Buggy as kids climbing all over Tom. Oh, and here's Frankie! Frankie! Pirate? No way, I just got abandoned by pirates. That's still a mysterious part of Frankie's origin. I don't know if they're ever going to play that card. Frankie's parents. Pirates themselves. I don't know if we're ever going to learn who they were or what their deal is. But yeah, he could have, Frankie could have been on Roger's ship. Could have happened just like that. If he had just been in a different mood, if he wasn't so busy building battle Frankies, he might have just been like, sure, what the heck. And then the entire course of the series would have played out differently. Frankie would have been a Roger pirate. Freaking crazy. All over the place. They're singing Binks Brew. They go to Tequila Rose, the bridge island. The government has enslaved these people to build an island a bridge between islands. Why would they do such a thing? That's not your question to ask. This is my dramatic reenactment of the scene where Robin shows up here. We know in the present day that this has been liberated by the revolutionaries. Holy. I just zoned out and started thinking about the egg. What's in that egg? Yeah. So this gives a clue as to where this gigantic bridge is, because they're somewhere between Water 7 and the Red Line. The Straw Hats' voyage through this part got totally derailed because they went into Thriller Bark and stuff. But I don't know. Like I don't know what else is going on there. Fishman Island with Waikiki too. Don't be careless. No, less deadly on the second trip. Like plunge down. It's just crazy. Like all these major arcs that when the Straw Hats did it, you know, we had chapter after chapter of the descent and stuff. I really like those chapters, by the way, when they're descending down to Fishman Island. I don't know, something about them is just so beautiful. Yeah, so those multi-chapter moments now being compressed down to one panel, such as this kaleidoscopic feverishness that is traveling with Roger. Raleigh, do you hear that voice? Who's there? Who's talking down in the depths? Here too. Is he hearing the ship? Is he hearing Noah? The ship that called out to Luffy as well? Is he hearing the Sea Kings as Poseidon, embodied in the daughter, can communicate with them? I don't know. Neptune the Knight. He's not even royalty. He's not even like Prince Neptune. He's the knight. Interesting. So you'll be the one to do it. What? I'm not getting into anything. Oh. Prophecy that very soon someone will destroy the gates of Fishman Island, and now you're all here. So the natural assumption is the docile Neptunians. Strange, interesting. So we still have, in present day, we still have that prophecy that someone in a straw hat is going to destroy Fishman Island. Oh man, it's just lore overlord, lord. Oh, my brain is getting fried. There's still like 3 more chapters after this, but I think I gotta call it quits after today, or after this for today. For you watchers at home, hopefully it will be, you'll just watch the next episode or the next video tomorrow. But I'm gonna take a break. This is crazy. Oh, there's the prophet girl Charlie at age 3. Neptunians are restless because they're waiting for the mermaid princess to be born. That's wonderful news. Oh, so he is the king. Roger just called him Knight Neptune because he remembered him from before he was king. But he is king. Prophesies the death of the late king too. What about the seductive? The mermaid Otohime. We know who the wife ends up being. Who the queen is. This is like a really crazy departure that we're suddenly hearing about the Neptunians preparing for the birth of the sea queen who will control them, the mermaid princess, and Roger and Odin perhaps hearing this prophetic voice of this somehow. And now the politics of the Fisherman Island. Where are Roger and Odin during all of this? I actually have no idea. How has he been riling up the country lately? It's nice, Neptune. We didn't come down here to catch up on small talk. 2 sons would be quite the windfall, but one of those 2 is not very important. Ooh. So this is the other red pony was on Fishman Island. Interesting. So Big Mom had 1. We didn't know where she got it from. 1 on Wano, probably owned by Kaido. 1 on Zoe, and 1 on Fishman Island. How did they get there in the first place? Who put them there? For what purpose did they scatter them like this? It's an apology from someone named Joy Boy. That again, a name that has been evoked just a handful of times in the entire series. Robin mentions it once. Just who were you, Joy Boy? Reading one of the poneglyphs. I don't remember which poneglyph. What else? I think that might be it. There's a Melee player named Joy Boy. I always wondered if he took his name from this extremely mysterious, but certainly extremely relevant in the future character. What about the weapon that can control Neptunians? Is that here? The stone on this island in the sky said this is where it would be. Prophecy that little Charlie delivered not long ago that said to shiver down my spine. Said a mermaid who can talk to Neptunians will soon be born. And they come around every few centuries. So of course that's Orihime, that's the mermaid princess. Saying your daughter's going to be a weapon that will destroy the world one day. Poseidon would be a mermaid. And the mermaid princess is going to be born 10 years from now. Why would you take an interest in this, Roger? I'm disappointed in you. It's not the weapon we're after, Neptune. It's the people who called it a weapon. Specifically the vast treasure those people left behind somewhere. Don't worry, I'm not going to come back in the future and kidnap your hairy daughter. Yeah, she's not hairy. She's huge, but she's not hairy. Oh, boy. Oh, this is a lot of info. Okay. So the ancient weapons. We know the nature of one is the mermaid princess who can control Neptunians. We know another one is mechanical in nature, that there's blueprints for it, that Tom had, that it's some sort of magnificent seaborne battleship or something. We don't know what makes it so special, but it's the fact that it can be conveyed in blueprints and those blueprints themselves are dangerous kind of gives us a clue. A clue that it's mysterious, that it's not just a matter of like 500,000 cannons, put 500,000 cannons on it, all facing the same direction, and fire them all at once. It's the strongest weapon that will ever exist. And then there's Pluto, Wait, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Yeah, Uranus is the battleship. Pluto, I think we know almost nothing about, right? Just that it exists. Seablend. Oh yeah, they were singing Bing Sake before. Oh my god, there's just so much friggin' stuff going on. They were singing Bing Sake before. That made me so happy. I don't know what they're singing now. Maybe it's Bing Sake again. Everyone loves Bing Sake. This is crazy. The sea snakes. We saw the sea snakes before when they first got into the New Worlds. And the place where it's like zapping lightning all the time, and there was that guy selling umbrellas, and that's where Uruge went. They found another poneglyph, but not a road poneglyph, hanging out here on some other tropical looking island. Big onsen moment, having fun, having a blast. Sea wind blows to where, who knows, the waves will be our guide. Or across the ocean's tide, the sunset's going wild. See the sky, birds singing in circles passing by. Ah. Okay, meanwhile, in the seers near Wano, so they've come all the way back into the New World as far as Wano. Toki's fallen ill. Okay, I finally get it. What's happening? The Whitebeard crew came out of Wano going back towards the first half of the Grand Line, back in the opposite direction that the Straw Hats and basically everyone else is going. Roger's crew was coming in the opposite direction, still in the first half of the Grand Line. The reason is because they went to the final island. They went to Lodestone Island, or the final island. They couldn't figure out how to get the Raftel from there, so they just did another lap. So this is their second lap of the Grand Line. I think that's what's going on. It's not that they turned around and then turned around again. That seems ridiculous. But that they're doing their second lap now. Okay. So they're getting to Wano on their second lap. You can still see the egg on the back of the Oro Jackson, just barely. Toki's original destination was the land of Wano. With it so close at hand, the exhaustion of her long journey has finally caught up to her. She ought to disembark on Wano. Kinemon and the others don't know about Lady Toki. They will stay here with her, Lord. Staying too, of course. You're the type of man who stops now that I'm getting a divorce. So here's all the ones they left behind when they went on their great Whitebeard adventure. So Odin has no time for the troubles of Wano. All of Wano is... But Toki convinces them to stifle their gripes, to stifle their pleas for his return, and let him sail off. I'll be leaving again for quite some time. Even as I turned my back on Wano, I knew that some ominous change was afoot. I could sense that if I turned back, I would never again go to sea. And we can see the plants being built already. Kaido's vast empire, starting to industrialize, pollute, and transform Wano. But Odin turns away. He does not see it. That's a pretty haunting moment. But he has an even greater calling. Something not just the fate of this country, but something that may tie into the fate of the world. But it's unclear how much he knows or cares about that. He was mostly just on a very, very good adventure, and it's not over yet. Took a quick copy of the poneglyph, then went back to sea. Scoundrel. Everyone just called him Scoundrel. It's my first return home in 4 years, and it lasted merely hours. I think the only way to reach Zoe is with this Viver card. See why? It's not even an island. Oh my god. Do you remember when we first saw Zoe? Just the fact that it was called Elephant. Everyone's referring to this island that's just called Elephant. And then you see it's just literally an elephant. Ah! It's so cool! Nothing, just a strange feeling. He's probably hearing the voice of the elephant, just like Luffy did. But it's a very incoherent voice. It's something we still haven't learned. Why the elephant wanders. For how long? Who set it upon this journey? Letter from Dogstrom, and Cat Viper. So this is Duke Genghis Bon. And he's a sheep. Genghis Bon. You gotta be kidding me with this, Oda. Look at him though. He has such dignity. He such has. You know that he's so powerful too. There's no way he's not powerful. Those incorrigible problem children are still alive. Quite the uproar after they vanished. All the mink flicking out. So happy to be here. Roger and Odin super unnerved, probably hearing the lamentations of the elephant the whole time. Feels like something huge is watching us. The whale tree. Oh, I'm gonna reread Zoe after this, the Zoe arc. It's so crazy. The emotional pendulum on it just swings back and forth so much. And when they're finally like, yeah, we have the ninja. Oh, oh my god, what a twist. The final road poneglyph. Damn, he did it in like one chapter. I think he went from 1 to 4 in one chapter. This is taking the Straw Hats way longer than that. Get with the program. Right. So let's summarize. Stole one from Big Mom. Sorry, I've gone over this like 5 times now. I gotta keep saying it because if I let things out of my mind, they're just replaced with, why is there a big egg on the Oro Jackson? Why is there a big egg on the Oro Jackson? Okay, so stole one from Big Mom, one on Fishman Island, one on Wano, one on Zoe. Okay. So in modern times, one stolen from Big Mom, one probably still on Wano under the control of Kaido, one on Zoe, Fishman Island, one unknown. Right? Okay. Pedro. It's true. Yes. Pedro doesn't get to come. Everyone gets their turn, their time to shine. When it comes around, you can help us. Found several real poneglyphs and 4 road poneglyphs. Port Town. No idea where this is, but we know it's pretty substantially into the New World. It looks cool, it looks nice. Some last bit of luxury and niceness before they set out on the final leg of their journey. Do we know the place? Yeah, we figured it out. When do we sail? Right now. Whether out of good fortune or bad, the apprentice deckhand Buggy Jiro caught a sudden fever and had to forego the voyage to the final island. Red Taros chose to stay behind and care for him. The best friends are mortal enemies. Okay. So this is why Shanks and Buggy didn't get to see Raftel. They don't know about Raftel or anything like that. Sure. Easy enough. And Shanks, if we're gonna go there, we'll take our own ship someday. Ha! He's so cool! Even as a little kid, he was so freaking cool. Oh, and then that's it. Roger's pirate crew has finally done it. Roger's completed solo circumnavigation of the globe. It's the first ever. So what? I don't know. Maybe they didn't do a second lap. Because doing a second lap is a proper circumnavigation. He just didn't hit the last island. So maybe he just didn't tell anybody. So, this sucks. We didn't really do it. We can tell people we went around, but we didn't really do it. I don't know. Maybe they did go backwards. I don't know. Maybe they turned around. I don't know. It's the king of the sea, the king of pirates. And on that day, we learned the entire truth of the world. What the 100-year void is, what the people of D are, what the ancient weapons are. So that pretty much confirms it, right? That One Piece is the final poneglyph that contains that information. I think we just learned what One Piece was, like for sure. Maybe there's more though. Maybe it's not just that. I don't know. I gotta say, I can't even like emotionally process these things anymore. I can barely just process like the meaning of what's being said, let alone how I feel about it. In the face of that vast treasure, which is very real indeed. Here it seems like Oda's like, no. You think it's just the poneglyph? I promised you something big and shiny. You know, whenever I talk to my friends about One Piece, they're like my friends that don't read One Piece. Whenever they One Piece is brought up, they're always like, "Isn't it just gonna be friendship or something stupid like that?" I'm like, no, no. Oda promised that it was something real, it was something physical, and it was something shiny. And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be friendship." Motherfuckers! I'll show them. I'll show them all. The vast treasure was very real indeed. I don't know what to expect from it though. Like we already had a city of gold. How can we top a city of gold when it comes to sheer treasure? Big egg, second big egg. I don't know. In the face of that vast treasure, which is very real indeed, Roger just laughed. Oh, and so did we all. We laughed until tears sprang to our eyes. Oh, Joy Boy, I wish I'd been born in your time. It's quite a treasure you've left behind, a tale full of laughs. Say, that gives me an idea. The first people to reach this final island in 800 years. Why don't we give it a name? We'll call it Laugh Tale. So that's Raftel. Laugh-tell. In Japanese, it sounds the same. Wow. Holy shit, okay. So that's it, huh? That's what Raftel means. So One Piece is much more than that, I guess. There's a treasure, there's a story, there's the poneglyphs. The fact that they learned about all this history, the Void Century, which I imagine to be something unimaginably tragic. Here's my best guess. This is what I always thought. Something like this. The people of D were a joyful people full of life and adventure who wanted nothing more than to see all of the exotic wonders of the world. And then the celestial dragons were these kind of self-imposed people of power who kind of seized a more political authoritative control over these people who had no patience or interest in such petty things as politics. And before they realized it, these celestial dragons had stripped them of their freedom, persecuted them, driven them away, these people of D. And then something devil fruits are created, something, but I think something really bad happened to the people of D. I thought it would be an unimaginable tragedy that we'd learn about, a century of suffering that the world government was so ashamed of that they knew would delegitimize them if it came to light, that they censored it so thoroughly. That's what I always thought. But then Roger and his crew reads it. A tale full of laughs. And then in another situation, Joy Boy apologizes. I don't know. I just don't know. We're still like 5 chapters away from getting caught up, but I gotta call it quits for now. It's just too much. It's like really happening. Like all this stuff is really happening, and like I'm just thinking of myself when I was but 10 years old, getting the first issue of the American Shonen Jump for Christmas, which my parents bought me because it had Dragon Ball on the cover. I was a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. And reading the first chapter of One Piece, I can still remember thinking that when Luffy's hand gets stretched after he eats the gum gum fruit and walks away and Shank grabs his hand, that it was like a gag, that was like a manga gag to show like, but no, he really stretched. I remember thinking, it was a little stupid. But by the end, when he punched the Sea King, The shot of Shanks holding him in the water, the epicness of when he's like, we don't fight fair, we're pirates. Okay, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I'm so into this. And like seeing, because for whatever reason, those early issues of American One Piece would sometimes have Japanese ads in them for like the series that were running. So they had some ads showing like One Piece figures. So I saw figures of like Nami and Usopp and Zoro and Chopper. It's like, who are these guys? Like, I gotta know, I gotta find out. And of course, even then, even within that first chapter, I was thinking, what is One Piece? What is this big treasure gonna be at the end? What's up with devil fruits? What all is out there in the world? Now, uh, it's crazy. That was 18 years ago. It's unreal. Okay. All right. Please look forward to more chapters. I sure am. Bye bye.